New tonight, members of the Council on American Islamic Relations joined community leaders today for a memorial service in honor of that 15-year-old boy who was killed last week outside a Somali community center. Family and friends took part in the service this afternoon. Abdisamad Sheikh Hussein was killed Thursday after he was hit by an SUV. One man was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, but the FBI may also charge him with a hate crime if they determine the motive has anything to do with Sheikh Hussein's Muslim faith.
The Houston ISD Board of Education unanimously approved the resignation of third-grade teacher Angela Box. She's been in hot water for weeks because of comments she's made on the conservative internet show Tommy's Garage. Some have accused Box of being racist, intolerant, and hateful toward Muslims on the show.
Her demeanor on the show was very inappropriate for someone who's a third-grade teacher. Very inappropriate.
Executive Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations, Mustafa Carroll, said HISD made the right move.
We've had several cases within the last couple of years where teachers are actually the bullies of Muslim kids in schoolrooms, and that really disturbs us. So even though she didn't do that, it was pretty close to telling us what type of person she was.
I think that the message that is that there are consequences, that you won't necessarily be able to remain in an educator position if you do the sorts of things that she did on her public access TV show.
The families are now working with the Council on American Islamic Relations. They say the mosque would be funded by private donations. All they're asking for is permission to build.
Our religion plays a very important part of our lives and a part of our families' lives, and that's not just my case, it's the case for 200 families in that area. So we just want a place to be able to practice that and pray just like everybody else.
Christmas, Rosh Hashanah, holidays that appear on school calendars across the state. But some say all students are not being treated equally.
Our concern is that the Muslim community is being treated differently.
Zainab Chaudhry is part of the Equality for Eid coalition, pushing to have the Muslim holidays of Eid added to school calendars in both Frederick and Howard counties. She says right now Muslim students are either forced to miss the holiday or miss school.
When Eid falls on a school day, students are marked absent. It's an excused absence, but it's still an absence. So it ruins their perfect attendance. They miss classroom instruction, they miss exams, quizzes.
As a staff person who works for the school system, I want to be able to say I am proud that I'm taking a day off for my holiday, to celebrate my holiday.
The school board denied that request and went one step further.
I think we need to be religion neutral in our calendar.
That means the words Christmas, Easter, and Yom Kippur are now replaced with winter break and spring break, a move the coalition did not want to see.
We don't think that it's fair to punish any other faith group in our quest for equality.
They just want recognition for their holy days, too.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Robert McCaw. I am with the Council on American Islamic Relations, and today we are here with the National March Against Police Violence. Every life matters. Black lives, white lives, Muslim lives. Racial profiling is wrong, and we need to find a solution. We cannot keep on losing lives to police violence.
As soon as I give him his credit card back, he's going to shut the door for me, and I was ready to move on. So he did not close the door. He just jammed on me and repeatedly punching me.
A judge on Monday set bail for $50,000. Fleming claimed self-defense in court documents. He makes a second appearance before a judge this afternoon. The Council on American Islamic Relations now wants an investigation to determine if Fleming should be charged with a hate crime.
We also want to make sure that people out there who are suffering and who are being attacked know that the law will be on their side if they stand up and report.
Back in 2012, council members voted down an Islamic Center's request to renovate an old Medtronic building into a mosque. The council cited zoning laws, but the Justice Department believes this is a civil rights violation and took the city to court in August. The Minnesota Council on American Islamic Relations is optimistic that something will happen in support of Muslims.
It's taken 2 years, but we're hopeful now that the settlement talks are going on, that it will resolve this issue once and for all.
Surveillance cameras caught it all. Police using a battering ram to serve a search warrant at the home of Mohammed Monib. Their goal, to find a stolen dashboard camera worth about $300.
As a federal law enforcement officer, I know that this kind of overly excessive policing without any legal basis is completely wrong.
Monib held a news conference with his attorney and with the Council on American Islamic Relations. They allege the police response was disproportionate and disrespectful because he's Muslim. This was the aftermath of the search at Monib's home, ransacked rooms, and what his family caused thousands of dollars in damage. The dashboard camera was never found. Charges were finally dropped against Monib last week.
I would just like to raise awareness, and I hope what happened to me and my family will never happen to anyone else.
This is, much bigger than just a page in a book.
Some San Diego Muslims outraged after they say a student from an El Cajon pilot training school complained to them that this book, Everything Explained for the Professional Pilot, was being used in the classroom. What's the big deal? Flip to page 308. One drawing shows a 50s-esque flight attendant saying coffee, tea, or... FYI, the old saying is coffee, tea, or me. And the second drawing shows a man wearing a traditional Middle Eastern headscarf, holding a Quran and a knife, saying, Allah is great, life sucks.
That's unacceptable in 2014 to insult the great women as well as, religious minorities.
Hanif Mohepi is the executive director of San Diego's Council on American Islamic Relations. Mohepi says the student attends California Flight Academy in El Cajon. He did not want to be identified for fear of retribution.
In Sacramento, the Council on American Islamic Relations is suing the Navy on behalf of this man, Jonathan Burse. He is a Muslim who was denied permission to grow a beard in accordance with his religious beliefs. Burse claims he was then subject to intense harassment and assigned to stand guard over some old office equipment in an abandoned building.